Along with that moose sighting that happened in Greeley that went a little bit viral this summer, start thinking about wildlife in the Greeley community and some of the things that we can do to help those animals thrive and help us be able to enjoy them. And with us today to talk about, we have our Natural Areas Coordinators Karen SCOPEL and Patrick FITZGERALD from the Senior Director of the Community Wildlife with the National Wildlife Federation. Thank you both for joining us today.
Good to be here, thank you.
And of course, we're in this beautiful backyard here by Josephine Jones Park, but Greeley has a lot of wildlife in it. We talked about the moose setting, of course, but what can people find in Greeley? I mean, are we talking mooses in people's backyards?
Well, the people in Poudre River Ranch had a moose in their backyard, but typically in our yards, we're talking about a lot of bird life and small mammals, those kinds of things that just, make our backyards come to life more than just grass out there. We can hear the birds sing and even bugs. Pollinators are, I think, a real important thing that we can talk about for our backyards.
Mm-hmm. And for those different kind of animals, Patrick, what kind of things do those animals need that either organizations or people just in their own backyards can provide to make these for these animals?
Sure. Well, the science and research says that all wildlife need four things to thrive. So they need food, like seed and berries and nuts that native plants can provide. They need water. They need cover, places to hide from predators, and they need places to raise your young. So you think about birds nesting or other wildlife. So those are the things, and anybody can provide those four elements in their garden or landscape in their community.
And I just want to be clear, too, you're talking about providing food for some of these. You're talking about natural food, not putting out a plate of leftovers in the backyard, right?
That's true. It's very important. You don't want to do anything like that. But yeah, the best food for wildlife are native plants and trees, and insects can get pollen, birds can get seed, and so on.
And why is it so important that we help provide some of these resources for the animals? Because it's nature that should provide for themselves, right? But we're changing that.
Sure. Yeah, as we build communities, we're changing the landscape, and wildlife see their habitat disappear, or it's fragmented when we build roads and things like that. But you can really make a difference for wildlife right in your community, right in your yard, by planting things and providing those four elements. And then we also get the opportunity to enjoy hummingbirds and monarch butterflies and other species that are attractive.
And nature makes your backyard look a lot prettier.
It does.
And aside from the backyards, we were talking about certified wildlife habitats. What makes something a certified wildlife habitat?
Sure. Well, you can, with the National Wildlife Federation, our state affiliate, the Colorado Wildlife Federation, you can go online and learn about how to provide all those elements of food, water, cover, and places to raise young, and then certify your garden with the National Wildlife Federation, Colorado Wildlife Federation. You get a certificate, you become a member, you get the opportunity to display a sign on your property, so it's an opportunity to earn recognition for doing great things for wildlife.
Well, fantastic. And if people want to learn more about that or just any information in general, what's the best place for them to find all of those details?
The best place to find out about certification and gardening for wildlife is at our website, www.nwf.org/garden.
Fantastic. Now, Karen, what in the city here, what is the city doing to support some of the wildlife in these areas?
So we're really looking at all of our, what we call our natural areas, and we're looking at the quality that we have in those and whether we're providing the right things that Patrick talked about in terms of food and shelter, water, those things. And so we're analyzing all of our sites and doing that. So we're actually doing habitat restoration work on some of our sites. Specifically, my passion right now is pollinators. They're very, they've lost so much of their habitat with our very sterile yards and the fragmentation that Patrick talked about. So I'm looking, what can we provide better in terms of especially wildflowers and even nesting sites. Most people don't realize that a lot of our pollinator species are ground nesting. So a lot of our little native bees that are little tiny things actually nest in the ground. So we need to be sure that all of our sites can support all of these, from the great big bumblebees and the beautiful monarch butterflies. And last year we had those painted ladies go through in the fall with all of that. So that's what we're looking at, is what can we do to be sure that as a city we're supporting our native wildlife, because that's what we should be doing.
And it's all about the long-term goals too, because you can make things look really nice right now, but you're taking a look at how these species can survive and thrive for generations to come, right?
Well, absolutely. And the more we make our natural areas native and not non-native species, the better they'll thrive, even when we're faced with weather issues like drought and things like that, because our native plants, were designed to thrive here.
And natural areas, a lot of people, especially ones that are new to town, don't realize we don't have very many natural areas. How many natural areas or how many acres does the city have of natural areas?
We actually have close to 1,000 acres that we call natural areas. They're all in various stages of being native and natural, but it's a great amenity that we have, and we want to continue to provide that.
That is fantastic. Well, thank you both for joining us today. A wealth of information from both you. Wildlife here in Greeley. Any last thoughts you want to share with our residents about things that they can do to help out wildlife?
I first of all would say if you're in a natural area and you encounter wildlife, leave it alone. If babies, things like that, they're fine. Don't touch them, don't bother them, and just stay back and observe and enjoy.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Again, if you want to get more details about what we were talking about earlier, you can go to nwf.org/garden, find out about those certifications, or if you want to find out about Greeley's local natural areas, just go to greeleygov.com/natural areas.